Hey there, I'm Cath Nolan. I juggle 3 kids, some with extra needs, and a career and leadership business, which means I work about 80 hours a week before I actually get to my work. It's a double shift. It's a double shift before I've got to my work. Before I go to sleep, do wellness, or shave my legs. So here's what I've learned after years of coaching high performers. The X factor that separates the ones who get what they want from the ones who stay frustrated, really working very hard. The X factor difference is not about doing more, it's not about working harder. It's actually about what they're willing to stop doing. How do I translate that into my daily practice that I can get some benefit from it? I call it the not today list. And to be honest, it's something that I've been doing for a while, and today it's getting a name, the not today list. It's a simple, powerful little shift that I use every single week, and it saves me 5 hours, minimum 5 hours, often a lot more, and you'll see why in a second. So here's the deal. We are all constantly bombarded with the things that feel important, replying to every message instantly, sitting through unnecessary meetings, or rewriting that deck for the 12th time. But instead of adding more to my to-do list, I've trained myself to subtract from it. I'm a lifelong to-do list girl. Like, I have been writing to-do lists since, well, my youngest has been writing to-do lists since she was 8. I reckon I was about the same. So here's the brain science behind why this works. Our brains are wired for completion. Every time you leave a task half done, your brain holds onto it like an open browser tab. That lingering loop is called the Zeigarnik effect. Your mind keeps nudging you to finish, even if it's something tiny or pointless. This is why we can get so caught on the doom scrolling or games, even if it's timely or pointless. This lingering loop, you want to finish it. You keep nudging yourself to finish it. And over time, too many open loops equals mental fatigue. This is where the not today list comes in. It's like Marie Kondo in your week. You're not just shoving things aside, you're actually consciously choosing what doesn't spark impact and releasing it, just releasing it. And this frees up cognitive bandwidth for what really matters. Less guilt, more momentum, less clutter, more clarity, more getting things done, the right things. So let me show you in real time what this looks like. This week I skipped a one-on-one coffee that I didn't initiate and really didn't have time for. A newsletter, the draft that isn't urgent, that was 2 hours, so that's 3 hours altogether. And catching up on inbox 0. Oh, the elusive inbox 0. That was a 2-hour job that I didn't do. And it's fine. It's completely fine. All those Google alerts that are sitting in my inbox, it's okay. They're okay. They'll be fine. 5 hours freed up. More space for strategic work, more patience with my kids, more clarity in my content, and the best part, not a single thing broke. The world didn't end. My value didn't drop. My boundaries got stronger. Why does it matter? Because ambitious, high-performing humans, we've been conditioned to do it all. But we weren't built to be a machine. You're here to do work that actually matters, to feel like yourself again, to lead with impact and still have a life worth living. And this is the kind of habit that builds capacity without burnout. Do you want me to show you what it is? I haven't even showed you what it is yet, have I? Okay, let me grab some markers. So if you're familiar with the Eisenhower principle, the Eisenhower method is what you're going to do. You're going to take a page and you are going to mark it up like so. You ready? Like that. Or like that if you like, whichever way you'd like to go. Now, the next step, we're going to change coloured pen so that you can see it a little bit more clearly. Now, in the top left, you're going to write down the tasks that are urgent. So you're still allowed to have your to-do list. On the top left is what's urgent. On the bottom right, top left, what's urgent. Bottom right, what's important. Let me get a couple more words in here. Okay, here we go. So juggling my microphone today. Here we go. Ready? So top left. On the top left, you've got what's urgent. These are the things that have to be done today. The top right are things that are actually bottom right, things that are important, yeah? Things are important. So the things that are urgent and important, these are the things that will move you forward and have to be done today. So the bottom left, this is your not today list. This is your not today list. The things that are not urgent and not important are the things that can often, if you ever have a day where you are procrastinating, you get heaps and heaps of stuff done, but you haven't actually been productive, this is why. You're actually hanging out down here in the not space. You're hanging out down here. Can you see me? I can't tell. So how does this translate? So this is on a weekly basis. On a weekly basis, I go through my agenda on a weekly basis, and I look at what's coming up that week. Things that I can move, I move. Things that I can delegate, I delegate. Mostly though, as most of the work that gets done in my business is done by me, and so for me, mostly it's not about delegating so much as a lot of the tasks that are on my list that I think are really important, they're actually nice to haves. They're nice to haves, and if I don't do them, nobody will care. Not only that, no one's even going to notice the difference, because these are things that I think are really important based on what I know. They're extras, but if I don't do them, there's actually still a lot else that I'm doing that is already exceeding expectations. I don't need to do those extra things, and in fact, by doing those extra things, I'm just leading myself down an impossible path to burnout. Okay, so on a weekly basis, I look at what's coming up in the diary that week, and I reschedule, reallocate, move things around, let things go as I need to. And sometimes that's as simple as saying, okay, kids, I can see that you've got such and such happening on Friday. There's probably a permission note that I need to do. Can you please jump in and sign that for me? Here's my email. Tiny things. Doesn't have to be work things. Work things are sometimes the easier ones to work out because you've got a team there that you know who you can delegate things to, right? Whereas at home, there's less of a team. We tend to think we have to get it all done ourselves, and we just don't. We just don't. That doesn't stop at the washing basket. There are other things you can be doing that you can delegate or just let go. Okay. That's on a weekly basis. On a daily basis, this is my planner. So I use a paper diary, and I love my paper diary, and I use my paper diary constantly, and this is what every day gets marked up like. So for me, I think the visual and the creativity, so writing it up, is actually more appealing to me than just printing it out. The coloured pens, all of that, it just works for me. So that's what I do. So I do that sort of this markup I do on a daily basis. In the middle, you notice the one in the middle, that one little thing in the middle. That one little thing in the middle is, what is the one thing that will make today great? What's the one thing? Thanks, Emma Isaacs. Loved that book. Winging It was amazing. So this one thing, what is the one thing that would make today great? Because we all know we have a lot of days where there is so much that you get done, and yet you don't get the things done that you really wanted to get done. And so you feel as though you're not getting ahead. The to-do list feels endless, and certainly a lot more than the to-done list or the done list. That one thing is a beautiful grounding force. And so when you are evaluating the different micro moments in your day, evaluating those micro moments, and this is the third part of the process I want to talk you through. So that's weekly. Weekly, have a look at your week across the week. What can you get rid of? On a daily basis, the planner is going to help you to identify which of the tasks sit in that urgent, important space that you're going to action today. And then there are some things you're going to do that are certainly urgent, that you are going to get done today, but you are going to be really careful about how much energy you give those tasks. So for instance, if one of those tasks is, they tend to be more admin kind of stuff, right? So if you're doing those admin sort of tasks that are absolutely urgent, they can't be put off, but you will make sure that you don't do those tasks when your energy is high. So you'll be very conservative about how much energy you give them, how much focus you give them. And because you've got the planner, you've identified which are the ones that you will put your focus into, your energy into, and which ones you won't. That's the weekly basis, the daily basis. And then on a daily basis, we're talking about these micro moments. That one thing in the center, is the micro moments guideline. So in the micro moments, if my one thing today is to get through my day with balance, or if my one thing today is, it might be one particular task, usually it's a particular task. Some days it's just, I need to be more balanced in my day today. That one particular task, that will allow you to guide those micro moments, yeah? So those micro moments, what do we mean by this? The micro moments include, let me give you an example. I pick up my phone because I have a message that someone has. I spend a lot of my work happens on social media, messaging and so on. So I'll have a message, an alert ding on my phone that somebody has messaged me to say, hey Cath, love that model you sent through, keen to get started. Okay, great. So I pick up my phone and I click on the link so that I can go and check on that notification and go a bit further and respond to this message. But clicking on the link actually takes me to the main social media page. It takes me to the main Instagram page. And on that main Instagram page, I've got all sorts of enticing, hilarious, brilliant psychological ploys to catch my attention and hook me in, and they feel like I am doing something because part of my work is on social media. And so if I'm on social media, it doesn't feel like I'm wasting time. It's not like I'm sitting in front of the couch watching a movie, but I practically am, unless I have these micro moment awarenesses, this awareness of the micro moments, so that I can pull myself back. What is that one thing that I really want to get done today? If I've checked in a few times each day with this daily planner and that one thing that's most important to me today, it means that I have this visual reminder constantly throughout the day of what is the most important thing, right? And that is extraordinarily helpful for grounding my time and making sure that I am not leaking wasted time where it doesn't need to be. So, let me ask you, what is not on your agenda today? Do you want to try this for yourself? Here's the truth. When I am in balance, I function. I lead, I parent, I feel more alive. And when I'm off balance, everything is harder, full stop. Balance can feel like a unicorn. It can feel like a unicorn, yeah? And there is so much advice out there, and most of it is just trends, like hot yoga with a matcha latte at 4 a.m. Pass. I'm in the middle of my first shift at 4 a.m. I'm in the middle of my first shift. If balance is actually going to work for you, it's got to be the right strategies, it's got to be for your actual life, and it has to be at the right time. So I created the balance code. This tool is partly diagnostic, and it helps you to figure out where you're out of balance and what to shift to get your spark back. You're going to move from survival mode to strategic mode. You will finally finish what you start. You're going to feel more vital, more present, and you're going to protect your time for what actually matters. This is an $800 program, but I'm offering it to you for just $97 because genuinely I believe that balance shouldn't be a luxury. So you'll find in the description, you'll find a link, and let's get you thriving again. So if this has landed for you, I would love for you to drop a comment, tell me the one thing that's going on your not today list. Hit subscribe for more real talk on career and leadership and life, or check out the balance code below if you're ready to stop spinning and start rising. I'll see you in the next one.